nothing but a perfect way to start the month by decorating. There you go, Pikachu. Oh, hey, what's happening, everyone? My name is Speedstreak, and welcome back to my top 10s relating to video games, movies, TV shows, comic books, or anything geek related. Now, it has been a really long time since I've done a top 10 video, and I decided, why not bring it back? And well, it's October once again, as well as one of the best and spookiest holidays, which is just around the corner. Halloween. Everywhere and you look around and you see creepy decorations, creepy costumes, creepy candy, as well as Christmas decorations. Wait, what? Well, anyways, since it's the month of October, let's make an event dealing with anything Halloween, as well as horror games. Darktober. With that in mind, to start off this spooky month, as may seem for the title, let's talk about Martin Mystery. Based on the Italian comic of the same name, and created by the same people who did Totally Spies, the show features around Martin Mystery, a paranormal-obsessed teen, Diana, his half-sister, and her friend, Java the Caveman, as they work for the Center, an organization who deals with the supernatural, led by Mom, as well as their alien friend Billy. And to be honest, the show itself is actually really good. But unfortunately, it got cancelled due to low ratings, but people still enjoy it today. The characters themselves are really well designed, the animation itself is reminiscent to, well, anime animation, and the episodes themselves are almost references to classic horror movies. But which episodes are the best? Which ones have the greatest suspense and the creepiest monsters? Well, let's equip our U-Watches and face the mysterious paranormal. Let's look into the top 10 Martin Mystery episodes. Number 10. Attack of the Sandman. Martin, Diana, and Java are sent on a mission to investigate a couple of students who are unable to wake up from their sleep. They soon discover that the monster behind all is the Sandman, a notorious creature who uses his sand to trap people in their worst nightmares. Martin, Diana, and Java realize that in order to save the students and stop the Sandman, they have to face their own fears. And this episode actually has a nice lesson dealing with nightmares as well as facing your fears. It almost has a vibe towards Nightmare on Elm Street, with Martin, Diana, and Java dealing with a dream monster. Even though the design of the Sandman and his legend is not only creative, but it differs from the original Sandman, for instead of using his sand to get nice dreams, this one traps them in their worst fears. This episode will make you think twice of watching horror movies before you go to sleep.
But how will that work? The Sandman will be controlling us.
Not if you face your fears, Martin. You see, confrontation is the secret weapon in eliminating bad dreams.
Number 9. Tale of the Enchanted Keys. Martin is so excited to discover that his favorite scary author, Evan Prince, is in town. But upon meeting him, Evan Prince unexpectedly gives Martin his typewriter, not telling him that the stories from the typewriter actually come to life. This episode is quite an enjoyable one, for what's fascinating is that Evan Prince almost looks like real-life author Stephen King, and even the monsters themselves, including giant bees, a killer clown, a giant marionette, as well as the zombie dogs, are some nods to Stephen King's work. And I have to say, this is one episode which clearly shows that stories can literally leap off the pages.
I don't believe it. You thought these up? You're sick.
Number 8. Return of the Beasts. While spending time in detention, Martin and Diana are called by Mom to investigate some attacks dealing with strange creatures and even slimy portals. Eventually, they learn the mysterious robberies from a museum close by connect with the creatures and discover a rogue paleontologist is trying to bring back dinosaurs to wreak havoc. What's interesting about this episode is that it's actually a flashback episode. It shows the events of Martin and Diana meeting Java for the first time, learning about his origins, and letting him join the center as well as their missions. Even though it is just a flashback, this is still a really good episode full of prehistoric mystery, suspense, and adventure.
Couldn't it be a herbivore?
Number 7. The Body Swapper. Martin, Diana, and Java traveled to the Canadian Arctic to find out why the center base there has gone quiet. There they meet up with Martin's rival Marvin, as well as a center agent who discovered an organism which has been invading their bodies. Now everyone has to find a way to work together to stop the organism before it becomes too powerful. From the synopsis itself, it almost looks like an adaptation of The Thing, with an organism invading the agents' bodies, the agents being trapped in a snowy blizzard, and them wondering who was and who wasn't infected. Even the organism's design and reason for its body snatching is quite interesting. This is one episode which will leave you suspenseful on how the heroes will defeat the monster.
It's living even longer without a host. That's why it keeps switching. It must store our energy so it can eventually survive without a host.
Number 6. Attack of the Slime People. Martin, Diana, and Java go to a small town in Utah to find out why its small population suddenly disappeared. But as they were searching, the townspeople mysteriously come back, but they seem to act very strangely. Martin, Diana, and Java soon discovered a meteor which landed over 50 years ago may have a connection to the town. From what I can tell, this episode almost feels like an adaptation of the classic horror movie Attack of the Body Snatchers. The mystery behind the meteor, as well as its connection with the false townspeople, in which Martin, Diana, and Java uncover later in the episode, is actually a very interesting plot point for this episode. All in all, this episode can leave you wondering on how the heroes figure out who are their friends and who are the fakes.
Where am I?
The House of Slime.
Number 5. Curse of a Necklace. Well, it wouldn't be a Halloween top 10 without talking about the Halloween episode itself. It's Halloween and Martin and Java are getting ready, except for Diana, who doesn't believe in Halloween anymore, until Mom sends them out on a mission to stop an evil spirit named Carlin, who has escaped the underworld through a necklace and has possessed a woman to turn trick-or-treaters into their costumes. Throughout the episode, you can definitely get a Halloween vibe, despite not being an original idea. How the spirit turns the trick-or-treaters into their costume is actually quite an intriguing approach. This episode is perfect for you to get into the Halloween spirit, both literally and figuratively.
Hey, that's not a mask! Oh, Martin, I think we have a problem.
Number 4. The Vampire Returns. In this episode, Martin, Diana, and Java are sent to Paris to look into a strange occurrence in a theme park and soon come across an ancient vampiress named Simone de Bastagne, who'd soon kidnap Martin. Along with Billy, Diana and Java discovered that Martin has a connection to Simone's former lover and have to save him and stop the vampires before they can bring back their banished brethren. This episode gives quite a twist where we learn a bit about Martin's heritage and that he shares a bit of vampire blood within him. Now, of course, being a kid's show, it shows the vampires sucking souls instead of blood, and I have to admit, that is quite an interesting power. This episode shows that these vampires are not ones you want to hang around with. Number 3. Monster Movie Mayhem. One night, Martin and Diana are sent to their own town of Torrington to inspect the strange occurrences around. They soon discover that the monsters invading their town actually connect to a 500-year-old curse, which would bring the monsters to life every time the moon is at perigee. With the clock ticking, Martin and Diana have to find a way to defeat the monsters before sunrise. This is quite a game changer, for it shows Martin and Diana are not investigating another part of the world, but in their own town, and what they discover about the mystery behind the curse of the moon during perigee is quite interesting. This episode comes to show that even the paranormal can be found in your own backyard. Number 2. It came from the bog. For this episode, Martin and Diana and Java investigate a small French village where the kids have been mysteriously disappearing. They soon discover that the monstrous culprit behind it all is the Boogeyman, who was released from his book prison to kidnap naughty children, and it's up to Martin, Diana, and Java to save the children and send the Boogeyman back to his book. Being the first episode of the series, it gives us quite a structure of who the characters are, what they do for the center, and what they face against. Even the design of the Boogeyman is actually quite creative. All in all, this episode is a great way to start off the series and for the heroes to face off one of the creepiest monsters ever.
Excuse me, I'm not a child. I am a young lady.
A very naughty young lady who didn't do her lit homework.
How did you know that?
I know all.
And the number 1 Martin Mystery episode is... They Came from Outer Space, Parts 1 and 2. While Martin, Diana, and Java prepare for Billy's birthday, Mom sends him on a mission to look into a couple of people who work at a nuclear power plant who suddenly woke up with their minor body parts gone, but strangely enough, they had the same dream. And as our group was searching, they came across a group of rogue alien warriors who have quite a connection with Billy. Mom soon revealed to Martin, Diana, and Java that Billy used to be a leader of a destructive alien race called Ganthar, until he realized he had enough and settled on Earth for a new life. With the rest of the rogue aliens on their way to Earth, it's up to Martin, Diana, and Java to not only save Billy, but also the world from mass destruction. This 2-part is very fascinating, for it isn't the first time we actually learned about Billy's past, who he was before, and why he changed. And even the reaction with Martin, Java, and Diana discovering Billy's past is actually perfect for this. Even though they learn about Billy's past, of course being Ganthar, they also understand that he wanted to change for the better, and he kind of reformed himself. This 2-part shows that as long as you learn from your mistakes, you will become a better person, which is why this 2-part is my number 1 Martin Mystery episode.
I guess blowing up the transmitter would have been a pretty good birthday present for you, huh?
You remembered my birthday?
Of course. We would never forget a friend's birthday, would we?
No way. Happy birthday, Billy.
So, those are my top 10 favorite Martin Mystery episodes. I hope you enjoyed them, and if you haven't seen the series yet, you could actually look up the episodes on YouTube. And, well, if I don't have your favorite Martin Mystery episodes, you may write them in the comment section down below. So, that's all the time I have to say for this video, but don't worry, we still have plenty to look forward to in the month of Darktober. So, stay tuned for more. So, thank you everyone so much for watching, and if you liked this video, don't forget to super smash that like button, and leave a comment down below to see what you think about this video, and don't forget to share it with a friend if you want to, and be sure to subscribe and click that notification bell to keep updated for the latest content. So once again, thank you everyone so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Speedstreak